we have a very special guest today. He is a Shaolin Kung Fu master.
Wow, we have a Shaolin person today.
Yes, I would like to welcome Master Bruce Wen.
Now?
Yes. Wow! Wow!
I kick your chair.
Wow! Oh, wow! Oh yeah! Wow! Wow! That is very special.
Oh my God! A real
Shaolin
Shaolin master.
You are from Shaolin Temple.
That is
Okay,
amazing.
let's get a chair.
Let's get out of the way.
Let's get a chair.
Let's have him seat.
Yes, yes.
Thank you,
Please,
producer.
please.
Oh, we have
Please.
so
Oh
many
my
people helping
goodness!
us.
This is real Shaolin. Now I know some of you have
Close up.
taken maybe martial arts in a strip mall somewhere. this man is from Shaolin.
You can't learn this inside malls.
He actually grew up in China. And if you want to talk to him and ask him questions about what's a Shaolin temple like, what's it like inside the monastery, do they wear anything under their robes, you can go ahead and bid and talk to Master Bruce Wen. Would you like to greet your fans all over the world?
Sure. How's everybody doing? On behalf of the show, I'd like to say hi to everybody. My name is Bruce Wen. I'm originally from Shaolin Temple.
Would you like to address in Chinese some of your fans?
你好，大家好，我叫文小龙，在这里跟大家问个好。
Wow, thank you so much. Well, let's get right into this interview. That was a spectacular.
Very impressive. We're so lucky to have you.
Spectacular opening.
Thank you.
You came
Spectacular.
from the temple to our temple.
This is no lie. This is no lie.
Temple of Doom.
All right. Now, correct me if I am wrong, please. And what can we call you? Master Wen? What shall we call
Master.
you? Master
Today.
Shaolong. Master Shaolong. Okay. So I did a little bit of research on you.
Wow.
Because you are very famous on the internet.
Amazing.
You grew up actually in the monastery.
Yes.
In Shaolin.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Wow. And you started training martial arts when you were 3
Yes.
years old.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. And then after that, you later moved to Northern Shaolin Temple in Henan,
Yes.
So
China.
Yes.
So you were in South and then you moved North?
Well, technically my family, we have a house in the Southern Shaolin Temple. So when I was 3 years old, my dad took me to the Northern, which is the original one.
Wow.
Yes, Southern is separated because Southern Shaolin Temple back then, it is a place when the Northern monks, they moved down to the South. It is a place for them to hide against the Qing Dynasty's army.
Right.
Yes.
And now, if I know a little bit of history, part of the Shaolin Temple somewhere was set on fire in the 1940s, right?
Actually, 1928.
1928.
You have to get your facts straight.
I am trying. I tried to do that.
Many years difference, almost 2.5 decades.
In 1928, it was set on fire. Now, was this the part where you lived in or where you moved to?
Actually, that is the Northern Shaolin Temple. So when that part was set on fire, the monks, they moved down south.
Wow.
Southern monks.
So they had to up and leave to go to
Actually, 1928 was the third fire of the Shaolin Temple.
So there's both fires before?
There's 2 before, prior to that.
What years were they?
Oh, I don't necessarily remember the exact year, but it is a long time ago, in ancient time. We're talking about the Shaolin Temple has more than 1,500 years of history. So throughout the history of Shaolin Temple, it was burned down a total of 3 times.
Wow.
Whoa.
This is maybe some of our viewers, you know, when we here in the West think about monks, right? We think about Shaolin monks never getting married, never having kids. Wow. And you're telling me that you actually had a house inside the Shaolin Temple?
Well, no, it's outside the Shaolin Temple. That's where my family used to live. Yes, technically, right here's a temple. Across from it, there's like what we call a village. The Shaolin Temple is located in a village.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so there's a lot of residents that's close by. Yes, a countryside.
And how did you get into the temple? Like, you have to pay a fee, or like, how did your father get you into martial arts?
That is an amazing question. Back in the ancient times, we're not talking about Qing or anything before that, or Tang Dynasty. If you want to get into the Shaolin Temple, technically, you got to give up your secular life. So for all those good-looking guys there, so that means no girls, okay, no family, okay. So technically, you got to dedicate yourself the whole life to inside the temple. You got to shave your head bald.
We've seen in movies.
You got to be vegetarian.
Wow.
Of course, every day you got to clean the temple, and of course, you got to cook. You got to do the martial arts. But before you actually get accepted, many people have to kneel in front of the temple for days before they could finally impress the master to accept them in. So once you get accepted in, technically they use you as a punching bag to test to see if you have the dedication or whether you could take the training.
Oh my
So
goodness.
for when you first get it back, this is back in the ancient times.
Okay.
Not when I was growing up. So technically they use you as a punching bag to see if you could persist, if you could if you not give up. Many people after they get accepted, when people start kicking them and they try to defend, of course a majority of people give up and they quit. So those that persist and continue on, they become legend.
Can you defend yourself, or do you have to take the punches?
Well, technically you got to take the punches.
Wow.
Technically, there's a way for you to build up your body. We call it the iron body. So that is why you see me breaking metal, breaking bricks all over my body.
Wow. Now, also very interesting.
Mhm.
Now, how did you start martial arts in the Shaolin Temple?
Well, it is a pretty good question. So technically, before the last burning of the Shaolin Temple, my grandfather happened to be a monk at the Northern Shaolin Temple in Henan.
Okay.
So after the burning of the Shaolin Temple, of course, even the monks, when this destroying of the temple, we have to move in order for us to keep our life safe, because during that dynasty, the Japanese comes in and also the war, and then people are burning up the Shaolin Temple because they were chasing after the monk. So in order for the monks to escape life, we have to run away. So my grandfather happened to be one of the 5 monks that ran away and go south. So technically, my grandfather of course, once you go south, monks, they decide when they meet a pretty girl,
Right.
good-looking ladies that they decided they're gonna get married. Of course, they try to resign to, because right now after they leave, they're no longer in control.
Right,
The abbot or the head monk, because even the head monks kill already. So technically, my grandfather fell in love with this beautiful girl, which is my grandma.
So when
Ah.
monks are not being watched in the temple, they could be monks that go wild.
Almost gone
you're not
wild.
supposed to. But once you left the temple already, it becomes a different story.
I see.
Many
I
things
see.
could
You're not
happen.
supposed to.
Okay,
You're supposed to
okay.
follow the rules and stuff like that of not getting married and pursue the
Be
practice.
vegetarian.
But of course, some monks different.
So tell us what things we know that monks do during that time. How they meet?
Well, technically, it's only a few of them that survive, right? So throughout the burning, a few of them that escaped, and only like 1 or 2 of them went back after the Chinese Cultural Revolution.
Oh.
So of course, my grandfather never happened to come back, so he just went south, because Shaolin Temple is the northern part, close to the northern part, and he went south. And he went south is when he met my grandma. Of course, they both fell in love, and the rest, of course, becomes history. So when my father's growing up, he started teaching my father martial arts. It's a
Right.
family thing.
Okay.
And of course, fortunately or unfortunately, and after I was born, my grandfather, before he left, when I say he left, I mean he went to see Buddha or escaped die,
Mhm.
So before he left, he told my father to take the youngest kid to Shaolin, take him back to Shaolin, which happened to be me.
I
So
see.
technically, at 3 years old, my dad took me in the train, and we go up to Northern Shaolin Temple.
And then he stayed there with you, or he left you?
Technically, my father left me.
When you were 3 years old?
Yes.
We cannot have that.
Well,
Okay. We cannot have that
Yes.
today. He left you?
Yes, he left me there. Yes. But it's under care of one of my grandfather's best friend.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So there, they start teaching me the martial arts.
And what is it like? Of course, you can all call in and ask him your questions. So I'm going to ask questions until you call in.
Mhm.
What is it like inside the Shaolin Monastery?
What is it like inside the Shaolin
Yeah, what is it
Monastery?
like? Is it quiet? Is people talk?
Okay, nowadays it's completely different than in the 80s. So in the 80s, it's very family oriented. It's very close. Nowadays, especially after Jet Li's Shaolin Temple film, Shaolin Temple has become what you call a commercial site. Back then, it was just family relationship where everybody knows everybody. We all practice together. We live in the same
Very
roof.
private, sacred.
It's very secret. Private. It's very secret. Not like there's not too many outsiders, not too many tourism. Nowadays, it's a lot of tourism.
Oh, I see.
Back then, so technically, your master will have to look over you every time, and you have to clean the place and things like that.
Wow, that is just like the movies. Did you have electricity growing up?
Wow, I wish I did.
You
But
did not have electricity
in the
the-
80s, we couldn't afford electricity.
I noticed there's lots of candles everywhere.
Yes, yes. So that is how technically we use a red candle back in the days when we lit the fire during the nighttime. When we try to read or study the Buddhist sutra. Yes.
And what was a typical day for you as a young boy growing up in Shaolin
Okay,
Monastery?
this is wow. Let's think back to my memory.
Okay.
So started about 4:30 in the morning. We would all get up
Every day.
every
And
day.
you-
4:30 in the morning.
4:30 because everybody there you do the same thing. So 4:30 in the morning we would all get up. Then we would go to what we call the sacred Buddha hall where we do our meditation.
Okay.
Like probably for half an hour, depends on the master. So after the meditation, we will run up to the cave where we see
The cave.
Yes.
A cave. Okay.
Yes, yes,
I just
yes.
want to make sure. Cave. Okay.
It's called a Bodhidharma cave. Okay. So on average, it takes a normal human being 1.5 to 2 hours to walk there, but we are required to run up there within 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And you were a little boy.
Yes. But everybody's doing this, though. You just follow along.
Okay.
There's no option. You don't. When your master say, yes, you got to do this, you cannot say no.
Mm.
Technically, everybody does it, so you do it. So you went up there for about 20 minutes. Then you pay your respect by meditating inside the cave for Bodhidharma. Bodhidharma, which is the ancestor of Shaolin. So it is said that he meditated there for 9 years.
In the cave.
Yes, and his meditation was so strong that his face is imprinted inside the rock.
Oh my God.
That is a face print.
So technically, after the meditation there, we would crawl down the mountain with our hands and legs as if we are putting our legs first, and we crawl down the mountain and the stairs to build our body's power,
Oh my
to build the strength inside our body. That's why you see our Shaolin master or Shaolin martial artists. We could break breaks, we could resist hit. That's the year in and year out of training.
So you're like hands and knees, it builds core muscle.
Yes, and
Oh.
also builds the strength. And we do this. I mean, we do this year round.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so after you meditate,
Mhm.
then do you have your studies? Like you study
Well,
math, arithmetic, history?
I wish we did, but back then we just technically do the martial arts because technically for the martial master, our responsibility is basically just to practice the martial arts alone. And we didn't go there for Buddhism, we just go there for mainly one thing. We want to learn how to fight, and we want to learn how to do martial arts.
Did you have school in the day somewhere else where you learn arithmetic and history and
You
writing?
said only martial arts.
Back then, it's not it. It's technically there's no classroom.
Uh-huh.
Back then, technically your master decides what you do. Technically, you have a master, then whatever he teaches you is he teaches you. It's not like a group of kids learning together. Technically, your master technically teaches you.
I am surprised that you can read and write.
Well, I could do that after coming to America, because I start taking the language.
Oh, well, but even in Chinese, could you read and write when you
Oh,
were
yeah.
at the monastery?
When I was at the monastery, the master teaches us like what we call the Buddha sutra. So we would technically the master would technically go over it once and go over and over again. So I would technically recite along with the master. So of course I know the Chinese character as well.
Wow. And so what were some of your chores when you were little at the monastery?
You guys want the good one or the bad one?
Let's hear the bad ones.
Yeah.
Let's hear the bad one.
Young
We
mom
know-
just wants the bad one.
Well, we know about good ones, right? We've seen on
We've
Well,
seen the movies.
movies.
Technically, I would say the most exciting one, okay? That
Okay.
everybody try to avoid, but we all have to do it. Somebody had to do it. So back in China, we don't like the restroom alone. We do not have what you call a modern Western society bathroom. So technically, we have a bathroom where sometimes we gotta clean it up.
Yes, yes.
So part of the chore is we gotta rotate our times on who cleans the restroom.
Yeah.
Of course, when you clean the restroom, something comes out to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
When I mean awesome, I mean smelling. Okay.
Yeah.
So technically, that's one of the chores that we have to do too, because of course somebody has to do the work, right? Obviously not the master, right? So what does the smallest student do it, the disciple? So that's one of the chores, okay?
Wait, you tell us about the bathroom. It's like people
It's
go
dirt or
Well, back then, yes. Back
this
then,
is the 80s.
this is the 80s,
So
yes.
people go everywhere in the dirt.
Well, all people just take care of the problem inside, throughout the place, without, when they're in an emergency situation.
Oh, wherever you need to go, you go.
Yeah, so we just clean it back in the 80s, okay?
Oh.
So 70s, 80s is like that. In the 90s is a little bit different because after Jet Li's movie becomes Shaolin Temple becomes a hit, the film. So they start building like different
Tourist
tourist attractions.
friendly things, so they
Wow.
can have a kind
Yes,
of.
I still remember when we were younger, when we had problem, running up to the mountain,
Mm.
and when we had to take care of any problem, we just do it on the side.
Oh, I
I
see, I
see.
see, I see, I see.
That's the 80s,
And so in the movies, we tend to see a progression of the master will give you certain weapons, and
Yes.
then you move up in level. Like, how did your master know you were ready for a staff or a sword or a knife or?
How do you know?
Technically, your master decides at the beginning. I mean, he will look at your personal physicality. He will look at how whether you're big, small,
Your
whether you're
talents.
tall,
Mm.
short. So if you're chubby, he's gonna give you what he calls something more on the solid ground. But if you're skinny or acrobatic, he's gonna teach you how to fly, or how to flip.
So the chubby kids stay on the ground
The chubby kid,
Grounded.
they'll do things like they'll do things like these that
Right.
you see.
with more bass.
Yeah, with more base and more solid, because when you're chubby, it's pretty hard for you to do backflip
To
and
fly.
things like that,
Fly out.
So when you're skinny, he'll give you like more acrobatic stuff where you actually have to run on the wall and do all those cool stuff.
Did you say run on the wall?
Run on the wall and do some backflips and things like that.
Wow.
Back when if you're skinny.
What was your first weapon?
What was our first weapon?
Yours.
Oh, my first weapon. Technically, we all started off with the staff.
Okay.
Or the Shaolin stick.
Mm.
Why the Shaolin stick? Because the stick is one of the most common weapon in China.
Most basic.
Most basic, okay. It is known as the first weapon of the Chinese martial art. Okay, so in Chinese we got this saying: the staff is considered the mother of the martial arts weapon.
Mm.
Okay.
You know
Yes.
staff.
Okay.
You know,
It's the mother.
Why is it important? Because you could pick up anywhere. You could pick up a staff anywhere in the forest and use it to defend
Did
yourself.
you say forest?
Yes.
In the
Let's
forest. You
let's
said
say
in the
you're anywhere.
forest.
Let's say you're in the forest. There's no other weapon. Sometimes there's a tree close by.
Yes.
You break it off and you use it as staff.
Yes.
That is a very different kind of perspective. You think of the first thing you can grab in the forest. That's a very true.
What do you grab?
I honestly have never been to the forest, so I did not think. I would think kitchen knife, butter knife.
Okay.
That's the first weapon.
First thing you do this weekend, you have to go to forest.
I will go to forest. Okay.
And you could pick it up anywhere.
True.
And of course, it's most easy to use. Of course, when you hit yourself, you don't really cut yourself. Whereas a saber, sometimes when you hit yourself, you actually cut yourself. You actually injure yourself. And why? The staff is also long too, so you can technically hit your enemy or your friends. Okay, we would say more your enemy from further apart. So that's why the staff is the first weapon that we ever learned.
You have to take out the leaves first.
Yes.
Yes.
You will have to break the branch and make it.
Actually, for the leaf, you can make that into what we call the spearhead.
Mm.
The spearhead, the distractor in the front, so we could put the leaf in front. So we could we would attach certain rope on it, so we could confuse our enemy.
Oh my gosh!
Can you
We
imagine?
got to bring you back so you can show us this.
It looks kind of like this.
But I don't see you. I don't see
See
you.
how she got confused?
Oh my gosh! We have to. Okay, I'm going to bring a tree from the forest, and you come back in another episode and demonstrate how to make the screen with the leaves.
That's fine.
Okay.
Wow. Another thing I learned about the Shaolin martial arts is there are 5 animals.
Yes.
5.
That's it?
Actually, there's more than 5,
there's more
but
than
there's 5 major ones that we practice, which is tiger, snake, dragon, eagle, and leopard.
That is like Kung Fu Panda.
Oh.
You learn a lot
Well,
watching Kung
There is
Fu
no
Panda.
panda, but there is no panda.
Panda is from the south.
Oh, I see.
So there is a panda technique?
No.
No,
Not that we heard of.
Give you a big hug?
Not Shaolin. Maybe
Panda
our
hug?
own.
We could create our own Shaolin Panda
Oh
technique.
my God. So how do you learn in Shaolin? When you were in the Shaolin Temple, did you learn one animal at a time, or do you learn all the animals all together?
Well, technically, the master want you to master certain technique first before he actually teach you the animal. Because the animal form is like basically considered an advanced type of martial arts. So what it is we mimic the animal's characteristic and put it into part of the practice. So if you see a leopard, we'll jump a lot. So
Right.
a leopard will be high jump. Whereas crane, we go all these kind of soft techniques. And tiger is all hard, like how tiger stretches. So technically, you master one at a time, and of course, it depends on the personal's physicality too. If you're big,
Again,
Yes.
Hideka.
yes.
Imagine if you're a panda.
Okay.
So I mean, just say if somebody is big, I mean, we cannot teach them crane technique, right?
Mm.
Because crane requires a lot of jumping. You get what I mean? So
see.
tiger technique will be good for somebody that has a pretty big body build.
Mm.
Tiger.
Yeah. Okay.
What
So
do
for
What do you think you would be? What animal style?
I think I could be a tiger. I'm a pretty big girl.
I think she could be a crane, huh?
A crane? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you can fly away.
Fly.
So I would be able to do acrobatics if I was 3 years old
Oh, I
in
bet you
Shaolin.
could.
I see. And did you have a favorite animal? Like in the movies, everybody tends to gravitate towards one animal.
Uh-huh.
What was your body style?
Well, technically, I am like what you call a grasshopper. So technically, my master likes what we call praying mantis.
Oh, I see.
Praying mantis is similar to a grasshopper where you are very, very flexible and really, really like fluid at the same time. So you would point to north, head south. You would point in one direction, but you attack another direction.
Wow.
So technically, I am more like those agility, more of the skinny kind. Of course, when I look a little bit big now compared to before. So I'm like more of like the mantis type.
Oh, mantis.
Yes, which is not part of the major 5 animal, not classified, but it is like
A style.
yeah, it is a style.
He is in Kung Fu Panda. So the mantis.
Yes.
You said Kung Fu Panda?
No, the mantis.
Mantis.
Yes, you could be. And then what is a snake? What's a snake like?
Well, the snake will be more fluid. So you'll be having a technique like these kind. You'll be moving your body as we will mimic how the snake looks like. So part of it is like snake hands.
So we're watching the snake. We get hypnotized, and then
Like you
strike.
see how the snake snaps the head like that when the snake turns the head, and you will strike the head
Whoa.
and things like that. The snake will be curving this body, so we will be curving our legs very small, very put up. You know how when the snake curves its body, it goes like that. So
Yes.
that's like mimicking the characteristic of the snake.
Okay.
Wow,
Okay.
so much information.
I mean, there's some animals that has. I mean, what other animals could you mimic and do?
Dragon?
That
I don't
doesn't
know. Could
exist.
you be? Is there a dragon? There's
Yeah,
a
there's
dragon.
a dragon. Yes.
What is a dragon? He's a part snake. He's a part bird. What is a dragon?
Well, so dragon will be more aggressive.
Okay.
You get what I mean? The dragon back in ancient China, it is considered one of the what you call descendant. We all consider the descendant of the dragon because we're Asian.
Okay.
No.
Dragon.
Yeah, or the dragon's this descendant. So
Is it-
dragon will be powerful and smooth at the same time.
Oh.
So dragon embodies both of those characteristics.
Very high level
Yeah.
style.
He could be very high. Yeah, he could be very soft.
Oh. I see.
Yeah.
Dragon sounds like my kind of man.
Yeah.
Wow.
One time he could be mad. One time he could be angry. One time he could be happy.
Okay.
Dragon.
Wow.
So some animals don't work, like a sloth, right? There's no reason to be a sloth.
Well, tiger would be always all aggressive.
Okay.
A tiger.
Okay.
Yeah. Could you have butterfly?
Butterfly.
Yes, because the wings can distract.
With butterfly weapon, right?
Butterfly.
Well, we do have what you call butterfly kick in Shaolin.
Wow. See.
Oh.
When you learn how to kick with your swinging your arms and legs and body at the same time you turn your body, we do have that butterfly kick in the martial art.
I have
Has
a
he-
feeling that maybe he has to show us one of these things.
What can he show us?
I don't
Would
know
you
if
like
there's
to see him?
I mean, let's see something.
Please, if you have any questions for this authentic
Maybe a
Shaolin
style,
master,
We'll show you one as a
Yeah.
sample. and
call
then
in. Talk to
maybe
him.
he wants
He's
to
here
start.
to talk
Let
to
us
you.
get out of the way.
Okay, let me get
Well,
out.
this
Let
will
me.
be a little bit small
a
for me to demonstrate.
Okay.
Okay.
Small style.
Let me get out of the way here.
Well, what do you want? Well, let's do something.
Here.
Let's do some kicking.
Okay,
Okay,
you.
I'll
Why don't
kicking.
you get out of the way, young
Okay.
mama? And
Well,
then,
let me take off.
Let's have them see your full outfit first because
yes, I think it is
they
very
didn't see this yet.
really.
Okay. So this will be more of an aggressive tiger club. Hey! Okay, so more flexible we'll be adding these. And of course, when we're gonna do butterfly, we'll be turning our legs this
Oh
way,
my goodness.
this way. Of course, I don't want to hit the
Yes, thank you.
awesome,
for not.
amazing
Ooh,
things.
Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Of course, we could show you guys some breaking next time.
Oh, next time I will
Yeah,
bring
wow.
that tree from the forest,
Oh,
and I will bring something for you to break.
sure.
I promise.
How about some metal?
You want me to bring some metal?
Yeah,
Wow.
we have the iron head skills.
Call in if you want to see something really big. Call. This is, and it will all benefit Smile Chain. Here, sir. Please have a seat.
Okay, please have a seat.
You know, this is Bachelor Week on. This is Bachelor Week Bidchat, and I want to tell you, I give you this
Oh.
first impression rose.
Oh, okay.
Really, this first impression rose means so much.
Oh, it smells good. What do I do with this?
It is for you to keep.
You can put it over your ears and do tango.
I'm supposed to put it on my head like that?
Oh,
Am I supposed to put it here?
I
or-
think it's whatever you want to do with it.
Wow.
Maybe
Beauty.
make a screen.
Make a screen. Oh, so to confuse people like that? And what we do with the spear?
Maybe.
Wow.
Awesome.
Okay, now I
Nice
am
technique.
fascinated. So thank you so much for telling us about inside the
Sure.
Shaolin. Not
Wow,
many
we
of
didn't-
us know it. We only know movies, but we'll get into that
Oh.
after. Now I do want to say you grew up and you moved here to the United States, and then you graduated from Stanford
Yes.
University,
I actually went to Stanford University for the business degree.
business.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Did you wear this to school?
I think you can. I think you should have.
I think I have not,
Oh.
you know, but for shows that they have at the
Yeah.
San Francisco,
Mhm.
yes, we do wear this. At school, I just dress. I think I'll dress a little bit like you, because I need to remember when I'm young. Okay, we left the temple, so I need to have a social life too. So I dress like you, casual.
How old were you when you left the temple?
How old were I? So first performance, I was about 9 years old. In
Mhm.
the 90s, I was about 9 years old when I actually came to America to perform.
Mhm.
And of course, we came to America first, and then we go back to Thailand.
Thailand.
Then we went to Thailand and performed, then we go back to China.
So you were almost like a Shaolin traveling show.
Back in the days.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you grew up and you decided to move to the United States with your family? Or?
Well, what happened was like during 1992, right? One of the monks that came on tour, he decided that he's gonna stay and spread the art in America. So that gives me the influence, like, oh yeah, next time I'm gonna come to America, I'm gonna do the same thing too.
Oh, we will get to that.
Mhm.
You then attended UC Santa Barbara?
Yes.
Yes, well, and then like your mentor, the monk who was on tour, you in 2005 started the U.S. Shaolin Martial Arts Academy.
Actually, I started the academy it wasn't started until 2008.
Okay.
But for 2005, we do have what we call like inside the school. I start teaching like some people. We just call it the U.S. Shaolin Academy.
U.S.
Because that means stands for United States, or it could be us.
Us.
There you go.
Us Shaolin. Did you have to get permission from the monks to open a Shaolin Academy?
Well, your master, number one, he need to agree that your skills is good enough, because you cannot just open any academy, you know, because what if somebody comes to challenge you? I mean, China is very, very, it happens a lot.
Really?
Challenge
So
you.
challenges really happen.
Challenge you.
People
Just,
come, hey, you want to fight?
that is like a Bruce
Fight
Lee
me.
movie.
Yeah, that's I would say back in the 80s, 90s, they still have a lot of that. I mean, the older Chinese, they would still want to see, test your skills and stuff like that.
And you have to fight?
Well, I had to use that before when we were in China.
What happened? Oh, what happened? Why did you use it?
Technically, there's people that want to prove their skill, because Shaolin Temple is like one of the major places for martial arts, right? So anybody with some skills, they want to prove how good they are. You know, so they would ended up trying to challenge some of us.
Oh.
But of course, as a Shaolin master and the monks in the temple, we do not really accept the challenges.
Oh.
Oh,
But of course, there's many times that we have to, you know, after they leave, I mean, we gotta go through the back door. If our master don't allow us, but remember, we were young kids.
Oh, so you still want to challenge?
So we were young kids, we didn't know better, and we want to prove our skills too.
I
It was
see.
like
behind the mask.
Meet me in the
So
back.
they
Meet
go
me in the back.
fight in the alley, like the back schoolyard.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so technically, you know, if our master would knew about that back in the days, we would get in trouble.
Right? I mean, you might show up with the
But what
bruises,
happened
the
was
black face.
after like, you know, after the challenge, our master said no. Well, we were kids, you know, so some of our brother, we just say, hey, let's get together, let's go teach that guy a lesson without the master knowing, you know.
Ah.
So we do have to use that like often, sometimes back when we were younger.
Wow, even holy kids in the Shaolin monastery.
Well, we want to prove
gotta
ourselves.
prove, yeah.
And we don't want to, number one, we don't want to make Shaolin into a laughing stock, you know.
Oh, true.
So technically, when we go out, I mean, we just take off the monk's outfit and stuff like that, and we would technically they don't know that we're in there, you know, that we're
Okay.
from there. So technically, you know,
Wow.
we were kids, you know. So
Oh
And
my
some of
gosh.
the older brother and stuff like
Yeah.
that, they have a, they want to prove themselves too.
So we're talking they're old as 17, 18 years old who still did these fights?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Older than that? 20s?
Maybe 20s, yeah.
Early 20s?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we would go, do all these kind of stuff back in the days,
Mm.
So did you, like in the movies, did maybe somebody come from another country, go to the gate of the Shaolin Monastery and say, I want to challenge all of you?
Yes, that happened before.
I just made that up from a movie. I
Back
didn't
in
know
the days, it
that.
actually happened before, yes.
Wow.
Many times, when we have the people from other country or even in the same country, people want to prove themselves,
And you still have to say no?
I mean, for masters there, of course, gotta follow the teaching of the Shaolin in front of the master, right? We cannot fight anybody because the Shaolin Temple is a holy ground.
Okay,
Oh,
so if these fights were arranged, you guys go somewhere else. Did you guys ever fight and then lose?
Well, if a master knew about it, if it's arranged, we wouldn't be able to go. Because some master wouldn't let us, he would make sure that the back door is locked.
Right.
Oh, he knew.
You get what I mean?
He knew,
If,
my
if, if
guys.
it's arranged, we cannot, So what happened is if it's arranged, we have we call the martial arts school that's nearby.
Mm.
They want to, that's back in the days, they want to prove themselves too.
Wow.
Some of the students, the Taco Academy, the student,
Oh, tell us about this academy. Now, this is an academy that is maybe next to the Shaolin Monastery. It's
Mhm.
another martial arts school. Many movies have been made about this. Dragon Girls, the
Yes,
German documentary,
yes.
the Real Shaolin, also
Yes,
another
yes,
movie.
yes.
And what is it called again? This
It's
school?
Tacos, Shaolin Tacos Academy, Taco Martial Arts Academy.
And this is the largest martial arts school in
Yes.
China.
This is I would say the largest martial arts school in the world.
In the world.
Wow.
Check it out on YouTube. You can see these documentaries.
Spell taco. Taco.
Tagou.
Yes.
So technically it's situated right next to Shaolin Temple.
And you used to fight them.
No, we don't use it. Technically, the school is part of technically it's right next to the Shaolin Temple. We used to teach there.
You didn't learn there. You taught there.
We taught there, yes. And of course, yes, we taught there. But this school alone, when people come and challenge us, say sometimes the temple, we don't accept the fight and stuff like that, the student from there will accept the fight.
Mm.
Oh, so you refer them to somebody
No,
who
we
will.
don't refer them. They are Taco is more known as what you call a fighting school.
Did you hear that, Taco? You're the fighting school.
So technically, the student there, they like to, we would say not fight. They self-defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're more defensive style.
More defensive, and more like Sanshu, more
I
like
see.
competitive. Yeah.
Competitive style.
And now coming from the source of what many consider to be the origins of martial arts in China, you see all these tournaments. And you see, I read an article that a lot of Chinese parents, even in China, do not want to enroll their children in martial arts. They want them to study for a university exam.
That's
Right?
completely right.
They do not enroll their kids in martial art because they want them to concentrate.
Do your homework.
No martial arts for you.
No fighting.
No more. No fighting. So how do you see this affecting China and the art form martial arts? Even Chinese parents are not enrolled.
Well, technically nowadays, I would say more of the Westerners more into the martial art than the Chinese kids.
Did you hear that?
But of course, there's always those small percentage of the people that's willing to take up the art. Because practicing martial art alone is hard. It is not an easy thing to do, especially when you want to get good at it. You gotta practice 6 to 8 hours every day. So why does another thing nowadays, the Chinese parents, they are more wealthier. So technically, they don't want to see their kids go and do all these hard work that I have to go do.
I see.
You get what I mean? So my majority nowadays, that's how the parents are much more like wealthier, have money, so they spoil their kids more, and they want their kids to be in the university. Why? Because every Asian parent wants their kids to be the doctors, lawyers, engineer. But of course, there's always those small percentage of the people that want to learn martial arts. Of course, there's also those spoiled kids that some parents want to be
Discipline.
Want discipline. So they were ended up sending the kids to the academy like Taco, where they discipline the kids.
That is like military academy
Yes.
here
Learn
in
your
the United
lesson.
States. Don't go to Taco.
No more trouble for these kids.
We will send you to martial arts school.
Does it work?
It does work. A lot of kids after they go to Taco, after 3, 4, 5 years later, their behavior, everything changes.
Straightens up.
It straightens up,
Wow.
it disciplines them, it gets them to be better. Of course, it's that does not stress too much on the fighting nowadays. But of course, Taco is known for its competition fighting.
I see.
They end up in the Olympics. These
Yes,
graduates.
yes. In the 2008, they actually have we call the Taco Academy, and the student, and along with the Shaolin group, actually perform for the Olympics opening and closing ceremony, I believe.
I will have to go back on YouTube and watch the opening ceremony
Yes.
of the Olympics, Beijing Olympics. Wow, amazing. Now, something very interesting. How did you get into movies as a child with Jet Li and, you know?
You work with Jet Li?
Well, I knew Jet Li many years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Many years ago. Many years ago, I knew Jet Li. So as a child, right, practicing at the Shaolin Temple, because Shaolin Temple is known for martial arts. Of course, a lot of the martial arts film is filmed at the Shaolin Temple or about the Shaolin Temple. So oftentimes there's people going to film there. Of course, I happen to be a little kid. Of course, you always look cute when you're in a film when you're a little kid. So they happen to cast me for many of the films. Of course, yeah. And then after coming to America, I have the opportunity to be in the movies too. And I just meet these kind of people. It's a coincidence. I would say it's fate.
Who did you work with? Did you work with Steven Seagal?
I have never met Steven Seagal.
Would you beat him up?
Uh,
Everybody.
No, he is Buddhist.
Oh, okay.
Please.
Okay.
Please.
So who
He's a
did you work
master,
with?
Master Wen.
Well, technically, I have the opportunity to work with Jackie Chan before. Also, of course, I knew Jet Li personally. Gordon Liu, which was in Kill Bill, he was the guy that plays as Park Mei.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So I knew
like this guy.
the Park Mei guy. And who else? I mean, I have worked with a lot of Chinese movie stars back in Asia and also in Hong Kong.
Gong Li.
Gong Li, I have met her in one of the festival that we host.
Now it's interesting because you go back and forth between here and China
Yes.
because you have a production company now.
Yes. Technically, I have what we call Bruce Wen Entertainment and Wen's International Entertainment Group, where we produce action and comedy films.
Now, can you do it over, like have a series over in China? Have you done that before? Series?
You mean the TV series?
Yes.
Actually, I was in a TV series called The Dream of the Red Chamber when I was younger.
Dream
The Red Chamber. Now,
of the Red Chamber.
that is a very important piece of literature.
Yes.
Dream of the Red Chamber.
Yes. That has nothing to do with martial arts.
Okay.
It is more of a love story.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course, I was good looking back in the days too.
Oh, stop. Of course, you are very handsome right now,
There you
Master
go.
Wen.
Yes, handsome.
Very handsome.
Wait, so this is a love story. You were an actor in that as a love interest?
Well, technically, I mean, in the Dream of the Red Chamber, right? There's this character named Jia Baoyu. Technically, he's fall in love with a girl called Lin Dai. So I happen to play the character Jia Baoyu.
Sexy name.
We have to look this up.
Yeah, I actually have pictures I could show you.
You have,
let's see the
he has
pictures.
pictures. Let me come.
Bring me my phone.
Oh yeah. I will.
Okay, so you're playing this character, and what was her? What are you?
Well, we fall in love in the film. But technically, we're from the opposite family.
Okay, so you were from like rich family, poor family. Is it like Romeo and Juliet style?
Something like that.
Okay.
Let me show you my picture of me. So I would have to disguise as a girl in order to go into her house to see her and so on.
Multiple character.
Yes, multiple. Let me scroll down.
And maybe we can find this on YouTube. You think we can find this?
Well, that's old movie. Back then, the movies we made in a week. A lot of the films we made in 1 week or two. Some of them doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, this is hard to find.
Back then, it was in those big VHS.
Wow. So it's gonna be hard to find.
I still have pictures.
Okay.
Let me show you a picture
It's
here.
going to show us some pictures. This is live broadcast.
Oh, I think I sent it to you earlier.
You sent to me.
Now it's her problem.
Now it's her problem. There you go.
Let me see what I can find here.
There you go. Here you go. I got a picture.
Oh yeah.
So let's show our graphic department so they can put it up on screen. This is our graphic department.
This is when he had to dress as a woman in
Go
the.
closer. Oh, see, you thought it was a woman, but
very
no.
beautiful.
Wow.
It's in changing.
Yeah, I bet I could seduce some guys who coming up.
Very
Wow.
beautiful.
You almost hit on her.
There you go. Of course, this is some of the ancient movies that we gotta play
my
as.
God. Look at that. Very classy looking.
Classic.
Wow, look at that hat.
Wow. That is the Jet Li come here pose.
Very nice hat.
Yeah, that's the Jet Li come.
Come hither.
Come here.
There you go.
But you have to raise your arm up like
But
this.
you guys have to agree, right? This one here looks a little bit better than Jet Li right the face,
See,
right?
as you notice, that's a better looking man than Jet Li.
Come here,
And
Jet.
or Jackie Chan, right?
Wow, look
Is
at
is
that.
Jackie Chan known as a beautiful man?
Very handsome. You're very handsome. Okay, that is great. You have the pictures.
Mhm.
That's very nice.
I see. Okay. And then now, okay, so what we have here is you playing many characters. That seems like a very interesting love story.
Yes.
But, uh,
Of
but
course.
it's just a regular man, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh,
Oh, actually, I'm a regular cute-looking man.
a regular.
Cute.
Good-looking man.
Good
Oh, it's a
looking man.
regular good-looking man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
always
Very
have to
good
add
looking.
good-looking.
Always have to be good looking.
There you
Good
go.
looking and
That's
handsome man.
important.
Fall in love.
Now, can you tell us more about your school and what you guys are doing in your school now?
Well, technically, right now I have the school, the Shaolin Temple Martial Arts Academy.
Mhm.
What we do is we teach kids how to become better, how to discipline themselves. Besides the martial arts training, we teach them how to become better mentally, physically, and spiritually. We'll teach them how to overcome their fears, how to gain confidence, and of course, how to be brave. And
Can she join this too?
Yes, can you take me through meditation? What would that be like?
well, can we take you to meditation? Of course, you can start learning how to meditate by crossing your legs,
Oh,
close your eyes.
okay.
She try.
And actually, meditation improves our focus.
Try to get my
So
legs
let's
up.
close our
Hold
eyes.
on.
Okay.
Okay,
My eyes are-
you at home, close your eyes and meditate Shaolin with us,
So
okay?
we're gonna breathe in and out through our nose.
my eyes
So
What should I
are-
do with my hands? What should I do with my hands?
You just keep still.
Okay, everybody be
Okay.
still.
So after technically meditation calms us down. It also improves our focus. So after meditation, a while you're gonna basically realize that the stresses that you normally have, it's gone.
Wow, I can use that.
This is becoming more and more popular in Western culture, right?
Yes.
Many people are doing meditation and finding benefits.
Yes.
Should I be thinking something?
Technically, you're supposed to be empty-minded.
She was doing
So
easy
very
for me.
dirty thoughts right
Easy
now.
for me, empty my mind.
Very dirty.
I know. I don't want to know what kind of thought it is, but empty it.
Empty my mind.
Empty your mind.
It was already empty.
There you go. Looks good. And you do this for maybe 15, 20 minutes, You're gonna realize how calm it is. Of course, we can't do this in a show because everybody's gonna fall asleep on you.
Oh, have you tried it?
On a show?
People might want to.
Oh,
As long as they understand, I think.
as long as they understand that.
You also have a lion dance company, huh? Have you ever seen a lion dance in a Chinese New Year parade? He actually has part of his company that actually has lion dance.
Yes, yes. We actually do line dance all over the world. We
Wow.
started from LA, and we go all over the world.
Wait, name some country far away. They give you phone call. Is it what country?
Technically, we went to Dubai,
Oh,
Dubai.
Saudi
Dubai.
Arabia.
Mhm.
Yes, of course, China.
Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, it came from China, but we gotta go back there to do a show.
Okay.
Yeah, so technically our lion and dragon dance team and our martial arts team, we perform all over the world. But our lion dance and dragon dance team mainly focus in America and those other countries that I mentioned earlier.
Wow. So you've seen all over the world
Yes.
traveling. Wow.
Yes, of course we could go further too.
I think you were telling me one time you actually have a captain of your dragon team.
Yes.
That is very famous.
Yes.
He,
Our teacher from the dragon team, he's a classmate of Jackie Chan when they were younger.
ooh,
So Jackie Chan and him happened to be training under the same teacher in opera acting. Of course,
Wow.
as part of opera acting, lion dancing, dragon dancing, drumming, that's part of the curriculum.
oh, we got to learn that.
I-
We must learn how to do that.
Yeah.
I took a little bit of opera acting.
You did?
Yes.
Can we see?
I don't know if there's anything to show.
Actually, you could bring Dr. Wu on the show next time.
His name is Dr. Wu.
Dr. Cheng Wei Wu.
Okay, let us take stock. I will bring you a branch from the forest, some metal to break on your head, and you will bring Dr. Wu.
And an empty
Sure.
mind.
And my mind is empty. It's always empty.
It's been empty, right?
Empty.
She has just proved it right now. Okay. Where are we?
I think we are almost out of time.
For
Yes?
oh,
Out of time.
we don't get to do.
No, we have
Anything?
such enthralling conversation with Master Wen.
Wow.
I had hoped that some of you might call in and talk to him, but maybe next time. We will ask him to come back. You can come here. This is our social media, and you can find links to Master Wen and his school if you are interested in contacting him. I think maybe sometimes people don't call in because they are shy. They do not want people to maybe see them. I am not sure. But here you can go to our social media. We have links to Master Wen. Anything else you would like to say?
Well, I'd like to say thank you very much for staying on the show. And of course, got two beautiful and good looking hosts here.
I might be able to turn a monkey.
Let's shave your hair. See how that
Yeah,
looks.
say monk or monkey.
Monk?
Let's shave that hair. Let's see how it looks.
I don't know. I like my hair kind of tall like
Yeah, well,
this.
maybe you can get a wig instead
Well,
of using the real hair.
I don't know. I don't like wigs. I think your own natural hair is the way we are intended to be.
I see.
So thank you once again for joining us. We will again invite Master Wen.
A two-part show.
Thank you so much. Please do like us. You can see there on the side, there's a heart. Just push the heart. You will like us and follow us. So you will be able to get notification when we are coming back.
Yes.
Next, we are on air every Monday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Pacific time, 1 a.m. Eastern time. Please, this is Bidchat. Please bid on your favorite broadcasters and donate to Smile Train. And I have something for you.
Oh, what's going on here?
These are the last roses.
More roses.
More roses. I want
Thank you.
to give to you.
So what am I supposed to do with this? Put this in my restroom.
Put it in water.
You want?
Put it on
Put
the
it in
base.
water.
Put it in your restroom.
Use it and make a spear.
Maybe you can do a screen.
Give it to someone you love.
Oh. Oh, grow it, huh?
Oh,
Okay, thank you.
it's
This
beautiful.
looks good.
Thank you all for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Please do leave comments. You can comment us and like us. Join us on our social media. And again, thank you.
Once again, thank you very much for showing.
Thank you so much.
I love these rolls.